Injuries are part of the game, and I'm disappointed for him. He's worked really hard. You can see the disappointment on his face in the back. That's my biggest concern is just keeping him lifted. He'll get back soon enough, but it's been a frustrating injury type of season for him. And in terms of us, injuries are part of the game, so you can't get caught up in that. It's just part of it, and you move on.
You got a further update on his status? I know it's obviously a right ankle.
Sprained ankle. We'll see how it responds. X-ray's negative.
Coach, what's the key? I know you guys have been dealing with this all season, but to stay together as a group and not let the guys in the locker room.
Urgency and patience. Right? You can contradict each other, but both are needed. Right? We got to have the big picture patience, to work together, to get it going in the right direction. And we got to have the urgency to get it done as soon as possible.
As far as that urgency and getting things in the right direction, what defensively, I know we've talked about specific things, but what needs to change on that end?
Yeah, we just got to make a decision whether we want to take care of our business on that side of the ball or not. Because what we're doing is not good enough, not tough enough, not alert enough. We're looking at different schemes to try to in different protections for certain players, and but everybody's got to get their job done. We just got to be better because it's 76, 78 points in the second half. Like that's not going to beat anybody.
Coach, when you get like you said, X-ray negative from Bill's ankle, is there at least something to grab onto to like, hey,
Like he's out. It doesn't change. I mean, obviously, yeah, you're glad that it's not something bigger, but hopefully he's back as soon as possible.
Coach, you mentioned the defense. It's how much does that bother you even more because you have coached teams that have proven each stop that you got.
Not winning bothers me. If we're the 25th defense in the league and we're undefeated, I'm just fine. Okay, because we have an offensive team. Okay, we're going to be very, very difficult to guard. Okay, but we're not doing well enough on the defensive side of the ball, and we're not closing games well enough. That's the lesson that our group has to figure out, right? We put ourselves in position, but we haven't been able to close certain games. We outplayed the Knicks in New York. They outplayed us tonight. Credit them. Okay, but we got to learn how to close as a group.
You mentioned keeping Brad lifted during this time. He's also disappointed, obviously, but how is he kind of handling this latest setback?
Yeah, he's disappointed. I don't have anything more than that. He's disappointed.
Frank, what do you think about Grayson's return tonight?
Grayson's been great. It gives us a big lift. Obviously 5 for 5. Does a lot of things for us on both sides of the ball.
So well, and it was looking great, and then to have that happen to him.
Yeah, it sucks. Hopefully he gets better.
I'm curious, just even, does the team feel snake bit at this point because of the injuries?
Are you trying to say bad luck?
Yeah.
You believe in that?
Nah, that's why I'm asking you. No.
Come on, bro. I don't even look at life that way. Shit happens. That's a part of it. Brad, we got great training staff. He got great support behind him. He'll be back out there. But I think we got bad luck. I don't believe in that.
When something bad like that does happen, how do you respond to it, stay together as a team, overcome those negative feelings that come with it?
There's no negative feelings. We're just next man up. This pro sports. We've been a part of it for a long time. Guys get injured. Shit happens. I think we rallied around each other at the end of the first half and played some solid ball. Played some solid ball there in the third quarter, too. But they made shots, just got hot and aggressive. They killed us in the pick and roll. And that was the game.
Speaking of that with Brunson, just that challenge of
What?
Brunson, that challenge that he's become as a player and trying to slow him down, particularly in that fourth quarter when he has the ball and being put in position to make plays.
Yeah, great score. Got the confidence. That's his franchise, so they all there to support him and put him in best position that he can to be, Hall of Fame player by the end of his career the way he playing up there. So if he keep this up, he on great pace to do that. but they all support him. You know, they put in sets for him. They run plays for him. When he gets hot, they continue to get him the ball. So tonight was one of those nights for him. He made 9 for 9 from the three. He missed 2 free throws, but 9 for 9 from the three. You know.
Kevin, another night where the three-point line was the difference. What do you guys need to improve with your defense there beyond the 9 for Brunson?
Well, shooters get up into him and make him dribble. Like what's his name? Quinn Grimes, like he can't get 3 threes up. Or 6 threes up. Like he doesn't dribble at all. He doesn't have any free throws on the season. He doesn't have any assists, I feel like, but he getting threes up. That's the stuff we can't have. It's frustrating, but I think we'll figure it out.
Kev, I know it's very frustrating to see Brad deal with an injury, but again, not his fault. But what have you learned about him being his teammate in this short time, in addition to what you already knew he could bring to the team?
Well, he's a selfless player. You know, he wants what's best for the team. He could play in any role. When he first came into the league, he played off of John Wall, was playing off the ball, and they had some nice runs there in Washington for a few years. And then once those guys left, he became a guy that could play on the ball and kind of run the point, play a combo guard, you know. So he can do everything out on the floor. And he's been a great teammate thus far, comes to work every day, don't say much, just put his head down and go to work. And those type of people I love being around.
Obviously, Sean got inducted tonight. What do you remember about your playoff battles with him on the Mavs and, before that, his time here?
Yeah, just a unique player that always caught my eye when he played, especially just the way his jump shot looks and how it was going in back in those days. It was something different. But his athleticism, how quick he got off the ground, and his defensive intensity was something that stood out when you play against him. And I got the Sean Marion, and the Dallas Sean Marion, the champion Sean Marion, and he wasn't bouncing up and down the court as much, but he was just smarter, stronger, just a cerebral player that knew how to play the game in and out and play well off those guys with Dirk and Tyson Chandler and Jay Kidd, So that was one of those special teams that he was a part of. And his career is continued to be an inspiration. I looked up to those guys when I was a kid, and to see them get honored after they retire, and people still love him to this day. I still look up to him now. So congrats to Sean.
He said the rivalry as he described it between you and him was serious.
Yo, yeah.
Just maybe address that a little bit.
Yeah, man, when you got respect and you know that I can score at an insane level, and I know he can guard anybody and make it tough for anybody, especially, guys at my position. It's just a clash, almost like a clash of the Titans, especially when something on the line, like a playoff game, So I had nothing but respect for him. He made me work for everything. I made him work. I dropped 50 on him one time. He locked me up a couple times, So I love those type of battles. I got some battles with some great defenders in this league, and he's one of them.
Katie, you may have answered this question already, but have you been keeping up with what's going on with the Wizards and the possible move from D.C. to Virginia? Being from that area, what are your thoughts on, if that does happen, what would that mean to the city of D.C.?
I think it'll mean everything to the city. I think it's still going to be D.C.'s team. VA is like right there on the border, So I think fans will still be able to have access to the team and come to watch the games, but a better venue with more activities around is only better for the city. And so I'm looking forward to that. They've been, Washington sports have been, meant so much to our community. I'm just glad that they're still around. I'm glad that they continue to keep building, and this is one of those times.
Have you been able to speak to Brad at all, and if so, what's his move like?
Obviously, everybody's a little pissed off, and sad that, he ain't finished the game and he's twisted his ankle. But he's a strong-minded player, person, and just, get ready for the rehab and looking forward to having him back. So it's a tough situation, but he could deal with it.